Exactly a year before Pope Francis faced his current respiratory crisis, an intriguing event occurred. On February 18, 2023, Francis humorously told reporters that despite health scares, he planned to remain Pope as long as God allowed, joking he was still alive. Ironically, 1 year later to the day, the Vatican confirmed the Pope is battling bilateral pneumonia and asthmatic bronchitis, two serious conditions complicating his health significantly. But what does it mean when a religious leader known for tireless resilience becomes severely ill? How does this scenario influence the faithful worldwide, emotionally and spiritually? Firstly, when a figure like him, emblematic for compassion and endurance, falls ill, it symbolizes human vulnerability even among revered spiritual leaders. It reminds everyone, believer or not, of the delicate balance between human strength and frailty. Secondly, such news prompts widespread introspection among followers, testing their faith and stirring a deeper unity as they rally collectively in prayer and solidarity. If you enjoy content that helps you grow spiritually, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and join our community for more inspiration. Let's get started. The gravity of his current health situation became clearer following diagnostic revelations at Rome's renowned Agostino Gemelli Polyclinic, famously known as the Pope's Hospital. On February 18th, Matteo Bruni, the Vatican's press chief, confirmed Pope Francis had been diagnosed with bilateral pneumonia, a dangerous inflammation affecting both lungs, compounded by asthmatic bronchitis. This diagnosis emerged from thorough medical tests, including thoracic imaging, that showed inflamed alveoli filled with fluid, complicating respiratory function. Immediate adjustments in his treatment were essential. Physicians intensified the medical regimen, combining antibiotics with cortisone, a potent yet risk-bearing approach, to tackle the polymicrobial infection now complicating his bronchiectasis and bronchitis. Despite the troubling diagnosis, the pontiff reportedly maintains a positive outlook, spending hours resting, praying and reading, reinforcing his spiritual resilience despite physical hardships. This isn't the Pope's first encounter with severe respiratory illness. His medical history includes removal of part of his right lung due to a severe infection in his youth, making every subsequent respiratory ailment particularly concerning. Currently, his physicians monitor every shift closely, aiming to stabilize a condition inherently complicated by his age, 87, and prior medical challenges. Francis himself, from his hospital room, continues expressing heartfelt gratitude for global prayers and emotional support, reflecting both his humility and the significant impact his leadership exerts worldwide. At the age of 21, in 1957, Jorge Mario Bergoglio suffered severe pneumonia, which led surgeons in Buenos Aires to remove part of his right lung to prevent further complications. This early surgical intervention, though life-saving, left him with a lasting respiratory vulnerability, particularly to infections like his current condition. We all encounter times when physical setbacks or unexpected health challenges test our strength, shaking our confidence and filling our minds with uncertainty. In these crucial moments, having the right insights and inspiration can dramatically alter our perspective, guiding us toward resilience and renewed hope. This is exactly what The Secret of Jesus' Apparitions offers, a path to clarity and peace through his revelations. This ebook goes into his prophecies and offers insight into what lies ahead. It's available for free in the pinned comment. Grab it now before the edition's gone. Throughout the subsequent decades, Francis maintained generally robust health, yet was not immune to setbacks. In July 2021, at the Agostino Gemelli Polyclinic, doctors performed surgery due to diverticulitis, a painful inflammation of the colon. The procedure involved removing part of his colon and required the Pope to undergo 10 days of hospitalization. While the Vatican reported a successful recovery, he later admitted publicly that the operation was more challenging than initially disclosed. The year 2023 brought further health challenges for the pontiff. On March 29th, he was hospitalized again at the Gemelli facility due to a respiratory infection, initially believed to be mild. However, the illness was severe enough that Francis spent multiple days receiving intravenous antibiotic therapy. Although official statements from the Vatican at that time emphasized a stable recovery, insiders later acknowledged he had experienced significant breathing difficulties, raising concerns within medical circles about his long-term respiratory resilience. He also faced recurring mobility problems. Beginning in May 2022, chronic knee pain due to ligament deterioration and inflammation severely limited his movement. This persistent issue forced the Pope to rely frequently on a wheelchair during public appearances and significantly reduced his participation in physically demanding liturgical rituals. In late 2022, he began receiving intensive physiotherapy and targeted medical injections to alleviate the pain and regain mobility, achieving modest improvements yet never fully restoring previous agility. Adding complexity, in December 2023, he suffered 2 separate falls in quick succession, one causing injury to his right arm and another leaving a visible bruise on his chin. Though neither accident resulted in major fractures, both incidents signaled his increasingly fragile condition, prompting intensified medical supervision by Vatican physicians. Collectively, these historical health episodes, lung removal surgery, colon surgery, recurrent respiratory ailments, chronic knee pain, and recent falls, have cumulatively impacted Francis's overall health, creating a nuanced backdrop for understanding the seriousness of his current medical crisis. Immediately after the Vatican's disclosure of his health deterioration, a wave of reactions swept through the global community, reflecting the profound influence of his leadership. Vatican officials swiftly reassured the faithful, emphasizing a transparent approach toward the pontiff's medical status. Matteo Bruni, director of the Holy See Press Office, underscored their commitment to providing regular updates, ensuring the public remained informed without sensationalizing the severity of the Pope's condition. Internationally, the response has been heartfelt and empathetic. Cardinal Timothy Dolan of New York expressed sincere concern, calling upon Catholics around the world to unite in sustained prayer. Similarly, Archbishop Justin Welby of Canterbury, a close friend and partner of Francis in interfaith dialogues, issued a statement offering fervent prayers and expressing admiration for his strength amid health struggles. Political figures worldwide have also voiced solidarity. Italy's Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, reflecting widespread national sentiment, openly expressed hope for the Pope's swift recovery, emphasizing his vital role in advocating peace and humanitarian compassion. From Latin America, Argentine former President Alberto Fernandez conveyed personal affection and support, highlighting how much Francis, the first Latin American pope, remains cherished across his homeland. Lay communities across continents responded spontaneously and passionately. In Manila, the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines organized extensive prayer vigils at the Manila Cathedral, gathering thousands of worshippers seeking divine intervention. Similar initiatives emerged rapidly in Mexico City, Krakow, and São Paulo, where candlelit vigils and continuous prayers underlined the universal admiration and emotional bond Pope Francis shares with Catholics worldwide. His inspiring resilience offers powerful lessons for us all. Discover more in our exclusive ebook. Grab your copy now while supplies last. Social media platforms witnessed unprecedented engagement from younger generations, who mobilized hashtags such as Prayers for Pope Francis and Strength for Francis, reflecting a modern, digitally driven expression of support. Influential Catholic youth groups like World Youth Day committees intensified their virtual outreach, initiating international prayer chains via Instagram and TikTok, effectively uniting young people in an emotional, global embrace of their spiritual leader. Interfaith communities also demonstrated exceptional unity. In Jerusalem, leaders of Jewish, Muslim, and Orthodox Christian communities jointly released a rare combined statement, voicing collective prayers for Pope Francis's health and honoring his extraordinary efforts toward interreligious harmony. These varied responses from around the world show the unprecedented and widespread respect he commands. They also show how much his leadership cuts across religion and national lines. With his health condition intensifying, the Vatican promptly restructured his demanding schedule, ensuring continuity while prioritizing his recovery. Official duties scheduled for late February and early March were swiftly reassigned or postponed. Notably, the highly anticipated International Summit on Children's Rights, originally set for February 19th at the Vatican, proceeded under the leadership of Cardinal Pietro Parolin, Secretary of State, stepping in decisively to represent the pontiff. Cardinal Parolin's enhanced role included assuming responsibilities for upcoming diplomatic engagements, particularly meetings with delegations from Eastern Europe regarding humanitarian aid initiatives. The Vatican's communications office clarified that Francis himself authorized these temporary adjustments, signaling unwavering trust in Parolin's capability to manage sensitive discussions. Furthermore, the pontiff's scheduled apostolic journey to Marseille, initially planned for March 10th, was officially postponed. Vatican representatives, led by Archbishop Edgar Peña Parra, substitute for General Affairs, began coordinating closely with French ecclesiastical and civil authorities to reschedule the visit, reflecting Francis's personal commitment to dialogue and solidarity in regions affected by migrant crises. Within Vatican walls, regular general audiences and Sunday Angelus addresses traditionally delivered by him from the balcony overlooking St. Peter's Square were adapted. Monsignor Rino Fisichella, head of the Dicastery for Evangelization, temporarily assumed the task of conducting the weekly catechesis and prayer sessions, carefully preserving Francis's pastoral vision. Virtual participation by the pontiff, broadcast from his hospital room at the Agostino Gemelli Polyclinic, was integrated into these events whenever his medical condition allowed, ensuring his comforting presence continued to reach millions globally. Several pastoral documents awaiting the Pope's signature, including an important apostolic letter addressing environmental stewardship, were also temporarily delayed. Vatican officials confirmed that although Francis remained fully engaged in reviewing these critical documents, formal publication would be deferred until he was medically stable enough to personally endorse them. At a local level, dioceses worldwide received clear guidance from Rome to maintain planned spiritual and charitable initiatives without disruption, reassuring the global Catholic community of the Church's ongoing commitment despite the pontiff's temporary physical absence. This strategic redistribution of papal duties underscored both the operational resilience of Vatican administration and the depth of institutional support for Pope Francis amid significant health concerns. The Agostino Gemelli Polyclinic, commonly known as the Pope's Hospital, holds a distinguished record of treating pontiffs, beginning notably with Pope John Paul II's extended hospitalizations in the 1980s and 90s. Founded in Rome in 1964, Gemelli quickly became renowned for its specialized care, particularly in pulmonology, oncology, and cardiology. Its exceptional reputation drew Vatican attention early on, establishing the hospital as a trusted facility for papal medical treatment, thus cementing its symbolic and practical link to the Holy See. Reflecting on the Pope's journey? Our free ebook explores powerful insights waiting for you. Hurry, copies are running out. The medical team currently caring for Pope Francis consists of highly specialized professionals led by Professor Luca Richeldi, a prominent pulmonologist internationally recognized for his expertise in respiratory illnesses, including pneumonia and chronic bronchial conditions. Dr. Richeldi previously held senior positions at Southampton University Hospital in the UK and currently heads Gemelli's pulmonology unit, renowned for groundbreaking respiratory research. His extensive experience in treating complex lung infections positions him uniquely to manage Francis's challenging clinical scenario. Alongside Richeldi, a multidisciplinary group comprising infectious disease specialists, radiologists, and intensivists closely monitor Francis's daily progress, ensuring immediate adjustments in therapy whenever necessary. Notably, Dr. Massimo Antonelli, head of Gemelli's critical care medicine and a respected voice in intensive care research across Europe, provides continuous oversight, particularly important given the Pope's advanced age and respiratory vulnerabilities. Gemelli Hospital's robust infrastructure supports these high-level medical interventions. The facility houses advanced diagnostic equipment, including state-of-the-art imaging technology such as digital thoracic tomography and real-time respiratory function monitoring systems, instrumental in managing Francis's ongoing pulmonary complications. Additionally, the hospital maintains dedicated private wings specifically designed for high-profile patients, providing a calm, secure environment that guarantees both discretion and optimal medical conditions during prolonged stays. This seamless integration of specialized medical personnel, cutting-edge technology, and secure infrastructure ensures Gemelli Polyclinic remains uniquely prepared for complex cases like that of Pope Francis. The hospital's close coordination with Vatican health officials further ensures swift, transparent communication, guaranteeing the pontiff receives comprehensive care aligned with both medical best practices and Vatican protocol. The long-standing partnership between Gemelli and the Vatican thus underscores the critical role of advanced medicine in supporting the physical well-being of the Church's spiritual leader. Pope Francis's recent health crisis has reignited discussions about his ongoing leadership and the broader implications for the Catholic Church's future. Given his significant reforms and progressive stance, his absence or diminished capacity inevitably poses challenging questions about continuity, governance, and the potential reshaping of ecclesiastical priorities. Analysts and Vatican insiders have discreetly begun contemplating scenarios involving succession, not as a sign of imminent resignation, but as prudent preparation for a church accustomed to stability. Historically, the Catholic Church rarely faced prolonged uncertainty due to a pontiff's declining health. Pope Benedict XVI's unprecedented resignation in 2013 marked a shift in expectations around papal transitions. Today, with Pope Francis at 87 confronting significant medical hurdles, some within Vatican circles speculate privately whether a similar transition might be considered, should his health impede essential leadership functions. In this context, discussions naturally gravitate towards influential cardinals considered possible successors. Cardinal Pietro Parolin, currently Vatican Secretary of State and Francis's closest administrative confidant, remains prominently mentioned. Known for his diplomatic acumen, moderate views, and meticulous administrative style, Parolin embodies continuity of Francis's diplomatic and pastoral vision. Others frequently discussed include Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle of the Philippines, noted for his charismatic leadership and popularity among younger Catholics globally, and Cardinal Matteo Zuppi of Bologna, whose pastoral sensitivity mirrors Francis's social advocacy. Want to learn more about his strength and the wisdom that makes him strong? You should get your free ebook right away so you don't miss your chance. Nevertheless, observers highlight that Francis himself has intentionally shaped the College of Cardinals to reflect his progressive leanings, particularly regarding social justice, environmental stewardship, and pastoral outreach to marginalized communities. Over his decade-long papacy, he appointed approximately 2/3 of the current voting-age cardinals, influencing the direction future conclaves might take. Consequently, any eventual successor likely would uphold key elements of his reforms, preserving Francis's legacy even amidst a transition. If this message makes you think and you feel it connects with you, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Also, if you really want to support our work and help us keep creating valuable content, consider giving us a super thanks. Join this amazing community and don't miss any news. At the same time, the current situation makes Catholics think carefully about Francis's larger effect on spiritual debate around the world. His focus on humility, caring for the environment, talking to people of other religions, and economic justice has had a big impact on how Catholics see themselves in the modern world. So, even if his health doesn't improve right away, his papacy has already left lasting marks by starting important conversations about faith, human dignity, and governmental openness. Millions of people around the world strongly agree with these thoughts, which shows how much Pope Francis has affected modern religion and moral thinking.